Council of Southfield, and you've written a dynamite book that we talked about there on our last visit, Dare to Believe. So I thought in order to stay on theme with your book, how would you explain why it is important to pursue your dreams?
You know, thank you, Ike, for having me on the show, and I've really enjoyed myself today. Let me tell you, it's very, very important that you pursue your dreams because many of us were given dreams when we were young. We had dreams when we were teenagers, and even as adults. And people, unfortunately, die with the dreams that are in their heart. And so I like to challenge people to say, don't die with the dreams that are on your heart. Passionately pursue them.
Right. Well, you know, I always am trying to stay on a positive basis, but what brings me down, and I don't stay down too long because I'm a firm believer in that line that falling down is no failure, it's not getting back up. But what really knocks me down is when somebody's got a great idea, and I say, well, why don't you do it? It says, oh, well, I'm too old for that. I should have done it. And I'm looking at this person. Here is someone who's got a great idea and has given up on it and never will realize the joy. And the truth is that you're never going to have a perfect moment. And I think one of the biggest mistakes people make is they wait, timing isn't right. I'm going to wait till after the first of the year. I hate to say this out loud because it sounds like I'm talking out of both sides of my mouth, but I'll never forget one of the smartest ideas I ever came across was before these therapeutic beds started out. This guy had this invention, and he wanted me to help him promote it. And he kept forestalling it. He was waiting for the next election because the president, unfortunately, passed away before it ever happened. So that is the rule number one. Do it now, because, you know, as they say, now backwards is one, so you've already won when you've gotten there. What
That's
about...
right. Let me just say that Jack Canfield, Chicken Soup,
Yes.
His famous words are, dreams don't have deadlines.
Yes,
and I
right.
think if we can remember that, you know, there's not a deadline on our dream. It's a deadline on us that we put on ourselves.
But can you share some of the distractions that people get into?
I think many distractions happen. Life itself can consume us, and we don't spend enough time developing us. We work oftentimes 40 years on a job only to get 40% of our paycheck when we retire. And so therefore, most of our life has been consumed working for someone else. And I like to challenge people. Even if you're working on a job, you can work on your dream. And even if you've retired, you can still work on your dream. And so some of the challenges are your job, and just being consumed with life, the distractions of the TV, and so many other factors that we can lose focus on, and as a result, you don't pursue your dreams. So you've got to carve out time, I believe, every day to work on your dream. If you have a dream of writing a book, it may mean you have to get up a little bit earlier in the morning and not sleep so long.
Right.
So it'll require some sacrifice, but you can do it.
Right, if you really have a passion for it. Now, your book, Dare to Believe, is subtitled Turning Your Dreams into Realities, which is fantastic. It tells the whole story. And if anyone doesn't believe me that she's a pretty lady, she's got her picture on the back cover there.
Thank you, Ike.
And how much does the book cost?
This book normally costs $19.95, but for the listeners of this great program, we're offering it at $10.
$10. You can't beat it. And it's a type of book that you can carry in your pocket. By the way, I've carried this into supermarkets. And rather than grumbling, waiting because I happen to pick the wrong line, I always pick the wrong line.
Yes.
I start skimming through the book. It's one of those books that you can pick up almost in any part and get something out of it, which is fantastic. And you made mention about the importance of mentors. I wondered if you could take a minute or so just to talk about what can a mentor do for you.
You know, it's really important. Nobody is an island. Nobody can live life successfully on your own. And so you have to surround yourself with people that have paved the way, people that are doing things that you've never done before, or people that are doing things a little bit better than what you've done before. And so I consider you, really, Ike, a mentor, because you are a master networker. You also have the ability to bring people together in a room and point people in the right direction and say you need to do this and you need to do that. And that helps a person pursue the dreams that are on their heart. And so you have to find a person that you can connect with to help you get to where you need to go. So mentors are so, so very important.
And I couldn't agree more. And if anyone is interested, they can call our toll-free number, 888-489-8980, or you're no slouch in mentoring. Do you mind giving out your number in case someone...
Absolutely. Absolutely. You can reach me on www.sylviajordan.com, or you can also reach us at 7successstrategies.com, and either one of those websites have the information that we've talked about today.
Right, and I know I've had the privilege of hearing you speak. In fact, you were one of the keynote speakers at the Southeast Michigan Entrepreneurs Association meeting, and you really got a lot of people excited and wanted to hang around. You can usually tell if you've done well that people don't just jump up as soon as you say that's your final remark. People wanted to hang out now, which is great. And you're available for speaking engagements, are you?
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right, and if you want to have Sylvia Jordan speak in front of your group, and your message is universal. You don't necessarily have to be involved in business. It can be a social group, and a lot of people that are retired and just sort of wondering what they can do with the rest of their life.
Right.
Your book, Dare to Believe, is right on, and the truth of it is that, and you brought it out so well, that when we're young and we got all these great ideas, and our parent, if we are in the wrong family and they tell you, start acting like a kid, it's those kid dreams that are suppressed, that as you age, you should rejuvenate, so to speak.
That's right.
So,
hey, the rest of your life can be the best of your life.
Hey, all right. Well, write that down, and now I only have enough time for my parting shot. I meant the 4-1, but you can do a commercial afterward.
Okay.
Because he wants me out of here soon. So
He's on tape today. You got time?
huh?
Oh, he's on tape today.
Okay, Miss Sylvia Jordan. Okay, okay. Mr. Van